Tom, how are you doing this week?
I'm okay. I just experienced something. I think I experienced a setback. After our talk last week, um, I finally decided to come out to my family, and I was met with some resistance, and it kind of took me back. I didn't expect the reactions that I got, you know.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, and I, I, I just, you know. I didn't know, what to expect, but I was called selfish and
Oh,
things like that because of what I disclosed to my family, and it kind of put me in a bad light, I feel like.
gotcha. Yeah, that's very understandable. I hear you, and I think anybody would um be taken aback by being called selfish after, coming out to their family member. Um, I did want to mention before we go ahead and get started some formalities. So last week when we did our assessment, I forgot to start out and just letting you know that I am a mandated reporter. So anything you say during this session is confidential. However, as a mandated reporter, if anything pertains to self-harm or if anybody else in the household or around you seems to be um, in danger, then those are things that I do have to report. So I just wanted to mention that just to make sure that we're on the same page and you're not um, sharing any information that you don't want to share. But like I said, anything you say is confidential. It's just those um, pieces that I would have to report. So um, thank you for opening up and thank you for sharing that. I do want to, talk a little bit more about um, the feelings that came up for you when your family member called you selfish. Would you mind telling me a little bit more about that?
Yes. Once I came out, I experienced, you know, telling my family about me, being gay, and they they gave me looks as if something was wrong with me, and I didn't know, you know, if I had done something wrong. They made me feel really bad, and they just made me feel like I was the problem, and I think I just to try to be forthcoming with my family, I thought that they would accept me as I was, and that was not the case. And when they said those hurtful things to me, it really made me feel really sad and have a lot of emotional issues and feel like I couldn't go through with what I really wanted to go through with.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you experienced that. I know that being called selfish and um, being told that you're just confused is very hurtful. Um, so I want to acknowledge that, and I just want to let you know that I don't think you're selfish. I think that you are very brave. I know that you said that it made you feel sad. I did want to kind of go a little bit deeper into that sadness and know if you at any point started to um, have thoughts of harming yourself, or did you have any thoughts related to um, harming others or yourself because of the situation that had happened?
No, I didn't feel at that point that I wanted to harm anyone. I was just overcome with a lot of emotion, because I really wanted things to work in my favor so that I can express how I am to my daughter, which means so much to me. And I don't think that I can do that now. I've taken a step back because of the way that I was made to feel.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of sounding to me like this experience um, just kind of, scared you, freaked you out. And um, now that has made you apprehensive, even more so to um, coming out to other people around you. Am I hearing that correctly?
Yes, yes. I went back, and after that happened, I spoke with the pastor of the church, and he gave me some words of encouragement, but I still feel that I can't continue to want to or have the drive to allow people to know who I really am at this point, because it's a horrible feeling when you have a passion for something and you're made to feel as you're the problem. And I just really don't know what to do at this point as far as coming out to anyone else, because I'm being looked at as I really am the problem, and I don't know what to do.
I hear you. I just wanted to take a moment to pause and just reflect on the information that you shared with me, okay?
Okay.
I think that, this is exactly what we're here for. This is exactly what you came to therapy for. I know that the experience and the situation has put a damper on your confidence in moving forward and living authentically and letting people know about your sexuality. But um, I think we can work on that. I think we can work to empower you and build that confidence again. So you can be ready to have that conversation with your daughter, because I know that was one of your goals. And I don't think we should um, let the fear and this one situation with this one person uh, derail, your progress. So I think moving forward, there's some things that we can do. Like, I know during our assessment last week, we talked about possibly joining a support group with people who are going through the same things as you. Um, so I think that is something that we can really, really look into is some online forum, but also maybe one that is um, inclusive of your religion, because I know that's a big part of your life. How does that sound? Does that sound like something you would be willing to do?
Yes, because at this point, after the comments were made to me, that is probably the only way, besides coming to talk to you about it, would be the only way that I could even begin to bring back that passion of wanting everyone to know me as that person, to
Yeah,
remove the mask of how I really am.
yeah, definitely. Um, I want to let you know again that I think that it was really brave of you, not only to come out to this family member, but also to show up today after that experience and be here vulnerable talking about it. So thank you for sharing.
Right. You're welcome.
Um, I did also want to ask, have you been having any issues with your sleep? I know that in our assessment, you did mention that your anxiety has been affecting your sleep. So after a situation like this, I just wanted to know if um, it's affected you more, or what does your sleep look like?
Well, I, after our first initial meeting, I felt better about myself. And then when I gained the courage to come out to my family, the particular individual that I came out to it made me feel so horrible. I have not really been sleeping at all. I just keep replaying what took place, and it was not a good feeling. And I'm
Mm.
just really tired. I would love to get a good night's sleep, but I just can't at this point.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that it's very understandable. That's why I wanted to ask about it because I feel like that it could have definitely affected your sleep. So thank you for sharing. I think that there are some exercises that maybe we can do to help ease your anxiety before bed and stuff like that, just so that you can have that restful night of sleep. Um, but yeah. Thank you again for sharing everything with me and being so vulnerable and opening up. I think that it's very understandable, that you're feeling like this situation um, has further set you back in wanting to open up to your daughter and others around you. Um, I think moving forward that we should definitely, um, practice some maybe breathing exercises or some sort of exercise in which you can help to calm your nervous system, but also join some online group where you can build connections and find some support. Um, so I will do some research and I will look into finding a few options for you. And next week we can discuss those options and pick one that feels best for you. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay, awesome. Well, I will meet with you again next week at the same time. Um, do you have any last minute things that you'd like to share with me?
No, I think the plan that you have in place, it should help me very much, and I appreciate everything you're doing for me.
Of course, of course. Well, I look forward to meeting you next week. And I hope you have a great rest of your week, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, bye bye.
Bye bye.